An amusement park that was lost for decades is back, and here in LA, we'll take you there.
We'll meet this girl band and find out what brought them together.
I'm Luisa Tripli, and I'm live at Union Station, where a celebration for an art exhibition is underway. This story coming to you next.
Tonight, we will be exploring some of the great art here in Los Angeles. Hi, I'm Avery Goodman.
I'm Jonathan Martin. Let's go live to Luisa Tripoli at Union Station to show us a new exhibit.
Thank you, Jonathan. I'm here at Union Station, which is currently celebrating their art exhibit, Where You Stand, Chinatown from 1880 to 1939, with a traditional lion dance performed by students of the East Wind Foundation. Union Station is known for being a cultural landmark. Their current art exhibit celebrates Chinese American history in Los Angeles. It serves as a walk throughout history, displaying photographs, paintings, and audio recordings. We spoke to an LA artist on the importance of historical art exhibits like this one.
If you don't know the past, you don't know the present. Also, for me at least, you can almost hear the ghosts of the people that lived here once and take a guess, more or less, where the buildings were. These pictures tell a lot if you really look at that, and these people are dead, but some, they're probably in their 90s now.
If you'd like to visit the exhibit, it will be up through fall 2024 at Union Station in the Waiting Room Gallery. Now back to Avery and Jonathan in the studio.
American artist, activist, and professor Judy Baca is developing her famous mural, The Great Wall of Los Angeles, at the Los Angeles County Museum of Art. Baca and her team of artists from the Social and Public Art Resource Center are creating the first series of new murals, which will be placed in the LA River. The mural portrays some of California's historical social justice movements dating back to the 1960s, including the Chicano movement and the Watts Renaissance. Baca is known for creating LA's Great Wall in 1975 and worked with 400 youths and members of the community over 5 summers to finish the mural.
I was actually there when I was 18, just a quick volunteering stint. So it's, deals with the California history, people of color, people's stories told on the social justice themes, women, African American, Chicano, Asian stories that may not be as sort of mainstream.
You can go see the team in the Resnick Pavilion of LACMA until June 2nd, 2024.
In 1987, the world's first amusement park by artists such as Jean-Michel Basquiat, Keith Haring, and David Hockney debuted in Hamburg, Germany. The attractions were then lost for nearly 4 decades until they were found in shipping containers in Texas. Today, the show Luna Luna, Forgotten Fantasy, has been recreated in a Boyle Heights warehouse. It includes about half of the original 30 attractions, but originally it was envisioned by multimedia artist Andre Heller, who commissioned famous artists to design the amusement park. After the attractions were found, the park was revived with help from Live Nation and backing from Drake.
Just across the board, people come in and it really ignites wonder. It's really kind of fascinating that it touches everybody no matter how old or young. You're probably seeing it so many of the VR headsets, and you can walk around in everyday life. And this just really takes you into in real life, a feeling of being kind of immersed in, curiosity and joy and art.
The exhibition opened in December 2023 and will remain open until this spring. It will continue its tour throughout North America. You may have seen the skyscraper in downtown LA, decorated with almost 30 stories of graffiti art. The ocean-wide plaza on Figueroa Street has been vacant since 2019 and now serves as a canvas for local street artists. City Councilman Kevin De Leon has introduced a motion to allocate $3.8 million to secure the tower. If approved, $1 million would go towards fencing and securing the ground floors. Nearly $3 million would cover costs for security services, fire safety upgrades, graffiti abatement, and other measures. Street art has played an important role in the creative identity of Los Angeles. The rise of street art scene today can be traced back to two main events: the opening of Disneyland in 1955 and the Rodney King riots in 1992. However, there's a nuance to the act of graffiti, as some people see it as art while others consider it vandalism.
Los Angeles has long been a capital of entertainment over the years. It has launched the careers of many movie, TV, and music stars. Los Angeles is home to iconic entertainment venues like the Hollywood Bowl, Walk of Fame, and the Walt Disney Concert Hall. More than 46 million visitors come to LA each year. Those tourists spend nearly $22 billion enjoying the sights and the sounds of the city. In 1898, LA got the 5th Symphony Orchestra in the nation. By 1920, 80% of the world's films were shot here in California. In 1923, the Hollywood sign first appeared over LA and became a world-famous icon. Then, in 1927, Grauman's Chinese Theater opened in Hollywood. It's now called the TCL Chinese Theater. In 1928, Walt Disney debuted Mickey Mouse, and in 1960, the first stars appeared on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
It is once again time for the annual Sketchella Festival, celebrating sketch comedy. It includes groups from universities across the country, including Stanford, UCLA, Berkeley, and USC. The Merry Men are one of the 4 improv troupes from USC who will be performing this weekend. They mainly focus on mixed form improv, performing every Monday night at 10:30 in PED.
The Merry Men is the mixed form improv troupe on campus, which means that we do short and long form improv. So for Sketchella, we were invited by 4Quas to come and perform for like a little bit in the show because we aren't a sketch comedy troupe, but they wanted to bring the improv troupes in. So us and Second Nature are going to be performing together on Friday at Sketchella, and then the other 2 troupes perform on Saturday together.
Sketchella is happening this Friday and Saturday at the Massman Theater.
If fashion is the way you express yourself, then you should check out USC FFIA, the Fashion Industry Association. Their goal is to be the premier fashion nexus on campus. The club has an annual fashion runway show, monthly fashion flea markets, and panels with industry professionals. They promote small businesses and local brands. One plan they're working on is bringing in experts to help people start their own brands. They call the club a creative space that helps inspire people as they're figuring out what they want to do.
Yeah, for me, like fashion's always just been like a hobby. I kind of never really thought of fashion as something that I would be able to pursue in the future. I just like dressing up, looking good. And I just like actually actively working on these events, trying to plan shows, trying to plan the fairs, and working with like different vendors and people just all across the downtown LA area. It's really been inspiring for me just to...
FFIA is holding its next big fashion runway show in April.
If hip-hop is your thing, Los Angeles is the place to be. Popular for its dance creativity, USC students have found their own form of expression. Breakthrough is a USC student-run hip-hop dance team that started in 2000. It's a way for students to share a love of hip-hop. The team choreographs and directs their own dances. They perform throughout the year and have a big showcase at the end of the semester.
I mean, express myself without words was something I was like truly missing, and then being able to choreograph an outside piece with how I was feeling at the time and being able to see that. When I was applying here, one of the reasons why I wanted to come here was because I had seen so many of like the famous like Playground and Millennium dance videos.
All-girl bands like TLC and the Spice Girls once ruled the airwaves, paving the way for the contemporary girl bands of today. Reporter Cam Kauffman has more on a girl band here at USC.
Thanks, Jonathan. Nowadays, bands like Boy Genius and USC's very own Muna are receiving worldwide acclaim. But another all-girl band on campus is leaving its mark. Jillian Batt has always loved singing. But when she got into USC's Thornton School of Music, she found her home.
And it kind of like changed my whole path. Like before I was like, let me be on Broadway. And now I'm like, I want to write a hit song.
Jillian is living out her dream now, in part thanks to her band, Girl. an all-girls band meant to empower female artists in the traditionally male-dominated field. Drummer Chrissy Logeman loves the support she feels in the group.
It's really great to have a lot of super talented women in one band and being able to play with them, for sure.
The band has played numerous live shows over their 2 years together, and many of the songs they perform are originals, written by Jillian or Aiden Black, another vocalist in the group. Here, the group is performing their songs at a fundraiser for college homelessness called Quiet Fest.
If you asked me at 5, like, what my dream would have been, it's like that's it. It's like going on a stage and like playing songs that I'm singing, I wrote, and like, you know, that kind of thing.
Although Girl doesn't have music released together yet, Jillian and Aiden do. But performing live is Jillian's favorite part.
I love interacting with an audience, and I love telling stories through song. That's really like, and that's where I kind of found my love for songwriting too.
Let me go.
Check out Girl's Instagram at GRL_music to stay up to date on the band's upcoming shows.
So, Cam, what was it like spending some time with Jillian and the band?
You know, it was a lot of fun. They are just so high energy. You know, I went over to their practice and they really just had a lot of fun kind of playing off of each other. You know, I'm not very musically inclined, so to hear them be like, maybe we should try like this octave here or something like that, and I was just like, wow, how do you know that stuff? And then they just go do it, like without even trying, so it was really fun.
Cam, I've got to ask, what was your favorite song that they rehearsed?
So probably my favorite was For You by Aiden. It's actually like, she has it on her Spotify, but they play it live and it's just so beautiful live, and so it's just a lot of fun. She kind of sounds a little bit like Noah Cyrus type, like voice-wise, so it's a lot of fun to watch them live.
Cool, well, I gotta check it out. And if you get the chance, you might want to check out some of the independent student exhibitions at the USC Roski School of Art and Design. This is some of the artwork created by Brett Park, a senior majoring in art and communication. Park says it's a unique opportunity to showcase his art on a reputable platform. He also says this has been a journey of self-expression that has evolved over the years.
When I was introduced to art, it was a form of self-expression, and I felt really great and empowered because I could just put all these different types of meanings and emotions into a sketchbook page, and no one else would know what it meant except for me. But as I kind of grew more into art and understood what it could mean for other people to also look at your work, it shifted less about self-expression and more about asking questions about my own identity, which also inherently questioned the systems which gave me my identity via labels and these sort of like limitations of language that were projected onto me.
The independent student exhibitions at Roski rotate every 2 weeks.
Tonight, we want to take a few minutes to continue our series of interviews with the presidential and vice presidential candidates for USG. We spoke with...
Rather, we are focusing more on internal stuff that we can control, like our cabinet, office culture, and ways that we can support students to complete their projects.
And those short, actionable steps actually help students see that we are doing something. Because sometimes these issues, again, are so big that we can't make a huge progress on them like this. It takes a really long time.
And so I think, a year from now, I hope, we did an amazing job at just setting a foundation, getting our platform complete to the best of our abilities, and then ensuring that the next administration is also ready to go.
The pair want to ensure transparency for funding applications. They also want to ensure students have access to free STI tests and make USG officers more approachable at meetings. Voting for USG begins next week. Students can vote at usg.usc.edu/elections. Thanks for watching See It Live. For more coverage, watch and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Annenberg Media. From everyone at Annenberg Media,
We leave you with a live look at Union Station and the celebrations for the Where You Stand art exhibit. Have a great night.